Tonight on Eagle Angle, social clubs at Oklahoma Christian prepare for homecoming.
Frightening emails are circulating to voters.
And an Oklahoma Christian professor is recognized in this week's faculty feature.
All this and more on Eagle Angle.
Hello and welcome to Eagle Angle, a student-produced newscast live from the campus of Oklahoma Christian University. I'm Reagan Meyer.
I'm Elijah Johnson. Spring enrollment is now upon us. Students are encouraged to meet with their advisors prior to registration to check graduation requirements. Incoming seniors will be able to pre-enroll Tuesday and Wednesday of October 20th and 21st. Incoming juniors can begin to apply Thursday and Friday of October 22nd and 23rd. And sophomores can start enrolling the Monday and Tuesday of October 26th and 27th. Graduating seniors who will graduate in spring or summer of 2021 can register right now. So seniors, make sure to sign up for classes. Pre-enrollment begins at 7 a.m. on each day. If you have any questions, contact Celeste Dvorak at celeste.dvorak@oc.edu.
There is still time for absentee ballots to be completed. This Thursday from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m., students can get their absentee ballots notarized on campus. They must not sign their documents without the notary present, and they must bring their photo ID. If they can't make it at those times, students can contact Julie Anderson, Christine Meredith, Terry Mueller, or Patty Simmons to set up an appointment.
Homecoming preparations are in full swing as the semester winds down. Students are rehearsing, building, and creating content centered around this year's theme of board games. Samantha Nelson got the full scoop of Cadmus and Mattal's preparations.
Although campus looked quiet this past weekend, clubs were anything but as they cut, tied, rolled, and built to prepare their structures for homecoming. I got to witness the preparations firsthand when I visited Kappa Sigma Tau's Build Day. They spent most of the day pomping, which means tying on ribbons of material onto wire fencing to create a design. Grayson Ingram, Kappa's homecoming director, says that this experience was something he's never experienced before.
We didn't have homecoming because it was like a brand new school, so each year there was a homecoming. But when I came here, it was kind of interesting to see homecoming. I wasn't really involved in the freshman homecoming all that much. But last year, when I joined Kappa, I really enjoyed some of the homecoming experiences. Helped pumped a little bit, helped with that. And the last year was just a really exciting time for Kappa since it was the 50th year. So I thought it was like really cool because we had all the alumni who even started Kappa in 1969, 50 years ago, come and tell us the stories. So I just really enjoyed that time. So I thought it would be fun to be homecoming director this year. And because my major is interior architecture, so building a flow and designing is kind of like what I do. Also, so I was like, this could be like a really good spot for me.
Without the alumni and families coming to visit because of COVID, homecoming feels different, says Ingram, but he can still enjoy coming together with his club brothers.
I mean, it's just nice to be part of this brotherhood because whenever we see each other, we can be like, hey, how you doing? Going and working and studying together, hang out, become closer friends and deeper friends. And I think that's what kind of means to me, just growing as a brotherhood together.
Beyond just fellowship, Ingram says he is proud of his club structure that they will present on Saturday night. Most of the structures have elements that encourage participation from passersby, making it more interactive for attendees. Kappa is certainly proud of their structure, which includes a playable Connect 4 board. The other club structures will remain a mystery until November 7th. Reporting for Eagle Angle, this is Samantha Nelson.
Oklahoma Christian students and employees can mark their calendars for the upcoming Fall Fest on October 30th. There will be numerous competitions, food stalls, concerts, and mini games for people of all ages to enjoy. There will also be a marketplace for attendees to purchase holiday gifts. This event will last from 3 p.m. to 10 p.m., and the market will be open from 5 to 8 p.m. If any student is interested in the competitions, they will need to sign up at the Student Life office.
You may know that the past Friday, the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Student Council hosted Celebración in recognition of Hispanic Heritage Month. At this event, it was announced that after years, the Latin American Student Organization is back up and running. When asked about her goals for the organization, here's what the new president, Christian Ruiz, had to say.
So what I personally want to achieve with LASSO now returning is to use it as a platform to inform and engage other students into the Hispanic community, and to use it as to educate, inform, spread the word that we're all in this together. Like, no one's here alone in OC.
If you have any stories that you would like us to report on, please send us an email to our producer at will.hadley@eagles.oc.edu. And now for our national news. With tens of millions of votes already cast, President Trump and his challenger, former Vice President Joe Biden, are ramping up efforts to boost support ahead of Election Day. Biden is zeroing in on a unity message as he seeks bipartisan support, while President Trump is focused on rallying his base. Daryl Forges is in Washington to break down the latest from the trail as the clock ticks down.
With just 13 days left until the final ballots are cast, the campaigns are kicking into overdrive. To shore up a broad spectrum of support, the Biden campaign is pulling out all the stops. Joe Biden appearing on The View.
Their choice.
Kamala Harris teaming up with the Avengers.
Oh, I'm so glad to be with you.
And for the first time, the Democratic Party's heaviest hitter is hitting the campaign trail.
Your generation can be the one that creates a new normal in America.
Former President Barack Obama is stumping in Philadelphia Wednesday night in an effort to reach out to young voters. The Biden campaign also making waves with a national ad airing during the World Series.
Joe Biden doesn't need everyone in this country to always agree. Just to agree, we all love this country.
As Biden hopes his One America Unity message cements his path to victory, President Trump's America First message is less clear.
You elected an outsider as president who is finally putting America first.
While the president rallies in battleground states,
we are going to win the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania.
His administration is working toward foreign policy victories, including normalizing relations between Israel and some Arab states, finalizing a nuclear deal with Russia, and delivering on the promise to make NATO allies pay their fair share.
Our NATO allies have added a total of $130 billion to to defense spending thanks to the United States leadership.
The goal, to secure enough votes to win or a lasting legacy if he loses. In Washington, I'm Daryl Forges.
Florida voters are in a panic as aggressive emails are circulating regarding the election. Brandon Bayer reports.
At 3:14 p.m., I received an email that included my first and last name and an old address. And it said, "We are in possession of all your information."
His name is Mark, and he does not want to show his face or reveal his full identity. His reason? Listen to the rest of the email.
It makes a threat: "You will vote for Trump on election day, or we will come after you." I would take this seriously if I were you. And then it includes an old address of mine and says, "Good luck."
The sender is listed as the far-right extremist group Proud Boys, with the address info@officialproudboys.com. And Mark's not the only recipient. Dozens of voters across Florida have received the exact same message. But a South Florida leader of the group tells 7 News he condemns the emails and that he's reached out to the Alachua County Supervisor of Elections office in Gainesville, where many of the emails seem to have been sent. The Sheriff's Office website says the emails appear to be a scam, that the investigators there are working with federal agents. One media outlet says the emails may have originated overseas. And officialproudboys.com doesn't even appear to be a real website. Still, Mark worries the email will scare some voters away.
I thought it was pretty concerning that they are sending these emails out. I would definitely be really intimidated by this, like if, I hadn't voted yet, especially, and if this was a current address that they were sending me. I think that they're trying to manipulate the election, and I think that they have a chance of succeeding because, they are including information that makes it a more credible threat.
COVID-19 cases could begin to rapidly accelerate in about a week, one health expert says. And as the holidays approach, doctors worry gatherings will help drive an already rampant spread. This as several states are setting hospitalization records. Camila Bernal has a look at what some of the nation's top experts are predicting.
The number of new COVID-19 cases is increasing across the U.S.
It's going to be a difficult fall and winter. I think we're about 2 or 3 weeks behind Europe. So we're about a week away from starting to enter a period where we're going to see a rapid acceleration in cases. And I think November and December are going to be tough months.
The national 7-day case average hit about 59,500 on Tuesday, an increase of about 73% in 5.5 weeks. Numbers that are personal to those who have lost a loved one.
I don't think that's really measurable. I don't think it's just what I've lost either. I think it's what this world has lost. This world has lost a really excellent police officer.
Hospitalizations in the U.S. are also rising, with more than 39,000 COVID-19 patients in facilities nationwide, and even rural areas are seeing difficult days.
All of a sudden, our small clinic had 11 positive cases. Now, that's a small number by most standards, but for us, it's a huge number, and it just sort of came out of nowhere.
And in a map of the U.S., there are no longer any states showing downward trends.
I just hope that his death can bring about some positive change in this country. And I want people to know we're a real family and we're really grieving. And this isn't fake news, and it's not exaggerated.
I'm Camila Bernal, reporting.
Some crazy weather in central Oklahoma this week, but don't worry because Daniel Hart will guide you through it with our Eagle Angle weather report right after this break.
I'd love to, but I'm pretty busy with all this.
Yeah. Hey, let's meet our retirement coach, Avo. A is for taking action.
Not anxiety?
No, Kevin, you're gonna be fine.
You sing?
Barely. V is for variety.
And you dance?
Sort of. Come on. O is for optimize your savings.
Let Avo lead the way.
Visit aceyourretirement.org today.
Nice.
Thanks.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Can birds draw pictures?
I don't have an answer for that.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
Yeah! Sam, Elmo!
Oh, hey, Julia. Are you ready to play band with us? I'm going to play my clarinet.
And Elmo's gonna play his drum. Drum loud.
Oh, well, you know what to do, Julia.
Julia knows.
Mm-hmm. With Julia's autism, loud sounds can be too much.
But she still loves to make music. Play band.
Early screening for autism can make a lifetime of difference. Find out more at screenforautism.org.
Good day, Oklahoma. I'm Daniel Hart, here with your Eagle Angle weather report. It is currently 85 degrees here in Edmond, Oklahoma, and sunny. Now let's take a look at our weather around Oklahoma today. Today in Sallisaw, we had a high of 86 degrees. Both Ada and Ardmore had a high of 82 degrees. Durant and Oklahoma City both had a high of 84. And Tulsa and Ponce City both had a high of 85. And finally, Guyman had a high of 59 degrees. And now for tonight's temperatures. Tonight it is going to be 70 degrees with some winds coming in from the south at 17 miles an hour. And then humidity is going to be up at 83%. This is what our weekend is going to look like. This weekend we do expect a chance of rain, and we do expect the weather to be from the 50s to the low 60s, and we do expect some 9 to 14 mile an hour winds. And finally, here is your 5-day forecast. Thursday is going to be partly cloudy with a high of 84 degrees and a low of 43. Friday, we do expect some showers with a high of 50 and a low of 38. Now Saturday, bringing back that sunny weather, we do expect a high of 60 and a low of 51. Sunday is going to be cloudy with a high of 62 and a low of 34. And then just like Friday, Monday is also going to rain with a high of 37 and a low of 27. And that'll do it for this week's Eagle Angle Weather Report. Stay tuned because we have Jojo Martinez in the Entertainment Corner.
Your age, I was just like you, fascinated by stars. But now I get to search for life in the universe. And who knows, maybe life is looking for us too.
So we're like aliens to them?
Yeah. Does anyone want to be a scientist now?
I do.
Awesome. We need more girls in STEM.
Maybe we can find aliens.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies.
Selfie, nailed it. We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's put a ride home.
I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat apples and bananas?
Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
It's a short ride from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
Staring contest!
You still got it. I know.
Come alive with the forest. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Good evening. I'm Jojo Martinez here in the Eagle Angle Entertainment Corner. Many DC Comics fans were disappointed this week with director Joss Whedon's Justice League film. This comes after rumors circulated on social media that there was an alternative version of the film directed by Zack Snyder. Now fans are eagerly awaiting the release of the Justice League, the Snyder Cut, premiering exclusively on HBO Max in 2021. According to The Hollywood Reporter, we now know that Jared Leto's divisive portrayal of the Joker character will be in the upcoming film. Adding to the list of businesses wrecked by the coronavirus pandemic, Quibi, the new streaming service, announced that it will be shutting down. The service offered subscribers short 10-minute episodic series, and just 6 months after going live in mid-April, the Wall Street Journal now reports that the company is calling it quits. The ongoing pandemic continues to cripple the box office, and within the last 2 months, some of the most anticipated summer blockbusters, including Dune and No Time to Die, have been postponed to release in the summer of 2021. Today, The Hollywood Reporter stated that the intriguing and anticipated film Ghostbusters Afterlife is now set to join the list of postponed films. The new movie includes members from the original cast as well as comedic actor Paul Rudd and is set for a tentative release date of June 11th, 2021. Movies, music, and streaming, we've got it all in our Showbiz Roundup. Here's David Daniel with the Hollywood Minute.
A time for an unlikely hero named Willow.
Tell her I'm not gonna let anything happen to the baby.
Return to the world of Willow. The much-loved 1988 George Lucas fantasy is getting a sequel series on Disney+, scheduled to start production next year. Warwick Davis returns as Willow Upgood. Ron Howard, who directed the movie, is an executive producer on the series, and Crazy Rich Asians and In the Heights director John M. Chu, who says he loved the movie so much he named his daughter Willow, will direct the pilot and executive produce the series.
What do you think happens when you die? What if it's some extension or manifestation of your fears?
Wander Darkly stars Sienna Miller and Diego Luna as a couple reliving their past after a traumatic accident. Lionsgate just released the first trailer for the surreal romantic drama, which premieres in select theaters and on demand December 11th.
How do you get to the end of a very, very intense year? And want to do it all over again?
Here's your first look at Shawn Mendes in Wonder, about the 22-year-old singer-songwriter dealing with coming of age amid the pressures of growing world stardom. The feature-length documentary debuts on Netflix November 23rd, and Mendes' fourth album, Wonder, arrives December 4th. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Thanks, David. That will do it for this week's edition of the Entertainment Corner. And now back to the desk for sports.
On Saturday, the women's swim team competed against one another in their inter-squad meet. Olivia Rowland had a stellar performance, going on to win both the 50-yard freestyle and the 100-yard freestyle. Two other Lady Eagles would go on to win events in the inter-squad meet, with Jamie McGarrigle taking first in the 50 and 100-yard butterfly, along with Andrea Roberts winning the 100-yard breaststroke and the 100-yard individual medley. The Eagles will officially start their season on November 13th when they host the Eagle Invitational. As for the men's swimming team, they would also compete against each other in the inter-squad meet. Noah Woolweaver led the team in backstroke, winning both the 50 and 100-yard competition. Also leading the Eagles was Brandon Heredia, who won both 50 and 100-yard freestyle. The men's swim team will also start their season on November 13th when they will host the Eagle Invitational. The men's golf team closed out their fall season yesterday as they participated in the Hunshire Invitational in Duncan, Oklahoma. Andreas Britskin led the Team Eagles for the second straight day as he would shoot 2 under par and finish the Invitational at 4 under par. Britskin would have to play in a 4-hole playoff to try to walk away with the win. On the 4th playoff hole, Britskin nailed a 15-foot birdie putt for par, giving him the win. Oklahoma Christian would have 3 Eagles finish in the top 4, and with that, the Eagles would go on to win their 4th straight title at the Hunshire Invitational. That'll be all for your Eagle Angle Sports Report. Stay tuned after this break to learn about this week's faculty feature, Dr. Trey Orendorf.
Listen, you're my friend.
I noticed you haven't really been yourself recently.
Yeah, I feel like something's up.
How are you?
Are you okay?
Is there anything you want to talk about?
I just want to know how you're feeling.
And listen, even if you don't know what to say, I'm here to talk.
No matter what you're going through,
I just want you to know I'm here.
I've got your back. When you want to talk, I'm here.
They call me Maxie, but I prefer tripod. I was your above-average four-legged homie, and then wham, bam, minivan. Some people pity me. Now that's lame. I still run, fetch, and swim. And the ladies love me. I'm the ultimate wingman. Just don't ask me to high five.
For the past 3 years, Dr. Harold Trey Orendorf has held the political science department on his shoulders. While it is a lot to carry, he hopes to help students connect to the political environment in a real and meaningful way. Samantha Nelson has the story.
Dr. Trey Orendorf is no stranger on campus. Many students recognize him from their Common Core Introduction to Political Science course. Not all know, however, that he does more work even outside OC's political science department. In the past, he worked at the state and the national level. His past jobs included data analysis for multiple governmental campaigns, and he even made his home in Washington, D.C. for a time. Students know that he's well-versed in what he teaches.
At base, what I think many of us don't realize is that our starting points about what is the good, the true, the beautiful, influence what we believe in the political realm. You can't separate the two. And so while everybody wants to be able to say, well, I'm going to put my politics in this door, and I'm going to put my faith in that door, you can't really do that. Or if you're doing it in attention. And so my goal is to kind of help relieve that and see how they intertwine.
Orendorf also hopes to shed light on faith within politics in the larger community.
So the thing that I hope that I impact students with the most is giving them tools, whether they're majors or non-majors, to interact with the political systems as a citizen.
No matter what he's teaching, Orendorf's goal is always to help students, even if that means letting them learn on their own. He says that it's the hardest part of his job to watch students go.
There's not many of it, but there's sometimes you can't help people. And when I mean people, I mean students. There'll be a student and they're not ready in that time of their life, or they have some kind of crisis going on and you can't do it. And you leave and you have to shut the door for a minute. You have to pray for a minute, and maybe you have to cry for a second for that student, and then you've got to be able to move on and help others.
No matter what, Orendorf is always on the lookout for how to help others. His podcast, The Politics Guys, engages in rational and civil debate to help students better understand American politics and policies. He's always going to help his students, no matter what it takes. This is Samantha Nelson reporting for Eagle Angle.
With the semester's end rapidly sneaking up on us, it's easy to get caught up in everything going on around us.
With final exams and homecoming coming up, we have a lot to think about.
So no matter what the rest of your semester looks like, remember that it's still important to take care of ourselves and those close to us.
Thanks for watching Eagle Angle, where is your campus?
Your news. Good night.